Yes, yes.
My plan from today onwards, it could be very important, no? So what I want to cover actually, so I would like to cover the coming concepts with help of real-time use cases. Okay.
Mhm.
So rather than theoretical part, of course, I can explain you theoretical part from various machine learning algorithms, but I would like to choose the use case, and I would like to solve that use case with help of various machine learning algorithms. By the solving of that particular model, or by the time of building of by solving that particular use case, then I could use various machine learning algorithms. So by the time I can explain various machine learning algorithms. Clear?
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, so I have to go for record, right? Okay, it's started already. Correct. Okay. So, so this particular coming sessions, it could be data science, real-time projects. Okay. So why we are stepping into the directly projects? Don't think too much. The reason is that you're already aware of the Python programming language. So this particular projects we would like to solve with help of the Python programming language itself. Clear? So in a coding wise, I think you don't have any issue because you already learned, right? So, when we are talking about this particular real-time projects, the necessity of these things, if you really want to become like a data scientist, or else if you want to change your career, or if you want to transition your career towards into the data science, and make sure that practical knowledge is pretty much important. Okay, rather than spending time on a theoretical part. Of course, we require theoretical knowledge, and but when you compare with theoretical knowledge and practical knowledge is it's pretty much important. Yes or no? So my plan for these particular sessions, I would like to touch various machine learning various real-time use cases. And the first use case is I would like to go for predicting the flight price prediction. So this is the one use case. Okay. So this is the airline industry. If you're looking for, or you can, uh, you can apply if you're trying for any airline industry, okay, or else any travel industry, okay, and transportation, that kind of scenario, okay. So this price prediction, okay, it could help us actually. So the first thing is that it's a flight price detection. So generally we can call it as it's a airline industry, okay. The second project, I would like to go for predicting the password password strength prediction. Okay, like the password, it could be a strong, or else a poor, or else normal. Okay, and third one is stop price prediction. Stop price prediction. So generally, this domain is what it is, a domain. It's a financial domain, right? Okay, so this domain is airline and airline domain. And coming to this password strength prediction, when you're trying to be login or sign up in any one of the web application or mobile application, by the time we have to sign up, right? By the time of sign up, you have to give your mail ID and we have to set your password. And the password, the strength of the password, it could be normal, or else it could be it could be strong enough, or else whether it could be the poor category, so that I want to be predicted. Okay. So generally we can call it as the web designing or e-commerce, something like that. Okay. So generally it's a application oriented level. And so the next project I want to touch, it could be fraud transaction prediction. So if you do some kind of transactions, okay, generally if you use your debit card or the credit card, and if you go for any merchant, shops or shopkeepers, and you might transfer some money to that particular merchant company, right? Because you might buy some products. By the time that particular transaction, it could be fraud transaction or not, that I want to be predicted. Okay, fraud transaction prediction. Next one is credit risk. For example, any banking companies, they generally give some kind of loans to the individuals or else any one of the organizations, right? Okay. So that particular scenario, okay. So the banks could give you, no, they could sanction some kind of loan, right? So based upon their credit risk score. Yes or no? So if the credit risk is very high, that means you are a defaulter. So that particular situation, you might not get any kind of loan from the any financial institutions. And I would like to go ahead with the recommendation system. If you want to go for predict some kind of recommendation systems, like it could be like e-commerce. Okay. So this is a fraud transaction at like trading or else retailer. Okay, retailer or else finance. It could be like in a finance as well as retailer, and credit risk. It could be financial thing actually. So most of the time we are spending time for financial domain and retail domain and e-commerce domain. Okay, or banking domain. Clear? Clear, right? Recommendation system. So recommendation system means if you saw some video in YouTube, and in a in the next minute onwards you will get a lot of recommendations to watch some specific video, right? For example, you're watching the various movies in the Netflix. So the category based upon your taste or else based upon your watching category of the movies, and Netflix automatically suggesting or recommending some kind of movies. Yes or no? So how it is happen actually, because we do have some kind of recommendation systems. So a recommendation system again, it could be movies or else e-commerce. Okay, movies or e-commerce and various domains. Okay, so we can apply this recommendation system in various domains again. So generally we could try to take it any one of e-commerce website, and will work for that particular recommendation system. Okay. So my plan for this particular upcoming sessions, I want to cover various real-time data science projects. And the first one is flight price prediction, password strength classification, and stock price prediction, and fraud transaction prediction, credit risk prediction, recommendation systems. So these are the various type of categories of the projects I want to cover in this particular coming sessions. Any questions?
No.
No. Cool. As I said, so make sure that if you want to solve any real-time use cases, okay, make sure that you need to know the life cycle of the data science projects. Life cycle of data science projects. Generally, we do have various process it could be there, but the general scenario, the general life cycle of the data science. Okay. So what it is, can you please explain it? Anyone? What is the first step?
Data collection.
Without
Use
business
case,
understanding,
business
yes,
use case.
yes, business use case or business understanding. Business understanding or else use case understanding or requirement. So the first thing is that you need to go for understanding the business. Okay. So if you thoroughly understood, then what is the next step? So based upon
Collection
this,
of data.
once if you understood the business problem statement, you can call it as the business understanding, or else we can call it as the problem statement. Problem statement. So we do have different names, or else you can call it as the use case, okay, or else business requirement. Business requirement. So it different books and different places you could get this kind of names actually. So even business understanding or problem statement or use case or business requirement, these are all same. There is no difference. These are all same. This is the first step. This is step one. In a data science life cycle or data science project life cycle, okay, what is the first step?
Collection of data.
First step is business understanding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
After
so
you.
if and only if you understood the business, then we can start collecting the data. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so data collection or data collection, or else we can call it as the data gathering. Okay, that it could be the second step. Step number 2 is gathering the data or data collection based on the business requirement. Okay, so business requirement is different, and if you collect the data what you collected, that is different. Is it possible to to solve that particular business problem? No, right? So as for the business problem, as for the business requirement, okay, we need to go for gather the data, or else we need to go for collect the data, right? That is the second step. So once if you are done data collection part, then the third step is, what is the third step?
Data cleaning.
Yes, that's correct. Data cleaning. So generally the data, it could be raw data. Okay, so what the data you collected, the data it was coming from the various sources, right? So it could be like internet or social media, or else articles, or else some third party APIs, or else it could be structured data, it could be unstructured data. So the data it was in different formats, and you collected the data, okay, and you stored into the data warehouse something else, okay, but the data it was not in a cleaner format, so it could be like some kind of raw data. Here we have some kind of raw data. So this is the raw data. It won't help you to solve the business problem. So that's the reason we need to go for, in a third step is we need to go for clean the data. Okay. So cleaning the data in the sense, inside of the data, is there any kind of missing data, or else is there any kind of duplicate data? Okay. Is there any kind of outliers? Is there any kind of categoricals? Okay. So some kind of things actually. So based upon the data, so I mean, what the data you collected, and then once data collection is done, then what we have to do actually, we need to go for do the cleaning part actually. Okay, so that it could be the third step. What is the next step? Once if you understand, once if you're cleaned your data, then what we can do? For
Actually,
data understanding purpose, we need to go for do some kind of data
each
analysis.
data analysis and exploratory data analysis are all and
Yeah, so it could be like, you can analyze the data in a different formats. Either it could be statistical analysis, it could be exploratory data analysis, it could be an exploratory data analysis in the sense some kind of graphs, some kind of mappings, okay, or some kind of visualizations. With help of the visualization, we are understanding, we are analyzing the data. Or else you might to do you can apply some kind of statistical test, and based upon that one also you can analyze the data. Clear? So it could be statistical analysis, or it could be exploratory data analysis, doesn't matter, but the thing is that it could be a data analysis. That is the step number
for
4. So once if you thoroughly analyzed your data, so based upon the results of the data analysis and how you understood the data, So based upon that particular data understanding with help of various data analysis concepts, the next thing is that we need to go for build the feature engineering. Feature engineering. Feature engineering in the sense the results of the data analysis, and we need to go for transform your data. So basically your machine learning algorithms, it never understand your raw data. That particular raw data, we need to go for transform it. Okay, with help of the feature engineering. Okay, so if the data is done, if the data if feature engineering concept is done, that means transferred the data, transfer data in the sense the data, it was transformed into the perfect format. Okay, so once the data is transformed, okay, then the next step is that model building. Model means machine learning model, deep learning model. So model building. So for building the machine learning, for building the model, there we could use the machine learning algorithms, and we can use the deep learning algorithms, or else we can use the NLP algorithms, or else we can use the recommendation systems. Okay, or else okay, and time series analysis, time series models. Okay, so there we do have a lot of concepts: machine learning, deep learning, NLP, recommendation system, time series. These are all the different category of algorithms. Okay, so with help of this particular algorithm, based upon the problem statement, we need to go for build the model actually. Okay, once the model is model building is done, the next thing is that you need to go for evaluate the model. Model evolution. Okay, this is the next step. Once model is evaluated and it is perfectly fine, then what we can do, we need to go for deploy the model. So deploying purpose, we could use various, either we can use the Flask or Django, or else you can use any kind of cloud like AWS, Azure, and various services. We can use it for model deployment. And we can use Kubernetes, Dockers, right? Yeah. Any questions, guys, regarding about life cycle of the data science?
No.
This is step number 5. This is step number 6. This is step number 7. And this is step number 8. And the last but not least, model maintenance. So model is you build the model and you deployed it, but you're not updating and you're not maintaining the model. Okay, currently it is working fine, but after 2 years, so the model is not updated, right? You will be getting the lot of miscalculations. Okay, your model, it won't give you like right predictions. So that's the reason the last step is model maintenance or model updations. Okay, as for the data changes, and we need to go for change the model as well. Clear? So these are the 9 steps we have to follow while you're building the machine learning models, while you solving the data science projects. Clear? Generally this business requirement, from where we could get actually. So how generally the project could start in a real-time companies. Okay, so like you just think like you're working in one particular client. So client have some kind of business issue. Okay, he is facing some kind of business issue. Okay, you want to solve that particular issue. For example, just imagine you're working for one of the company. It's a gift card company. Okay, gift card company, right? So what is gift card actually? Can you please tell me what is gift card companies? What exactly they can do? They will do. What exactly the gift card companies they will do? For example, if you have a gift card, and within the gift card you might have some kind of points, and we can use that particular points, and you can able to go for if you have a coins, then in our gift card, then you can buy the product, right? Yes or no? I need some kind of chorus from your end. Are you guys following?
Yes. Yeah.
So that is the nature of the business. See, there we do have one particular company. Generally, they will, they are giving like gift cards to the individuals. Okay, so like so whether that particular because of that gift cards means it's generally it's not the money, right? If you have a credit card and if you have a debit card, you cannot forget in somewhere else, right? Okay, you can keep safely, right? But when coming to this kind of gift card and everything, actually that is also money, but not huge amount. It could not available in a gift cards, right? We do have some kind of limited number of points. Even that also it could be the amount only, right? It's like digital money only, right? So you are a purchase, you have a gift card, but you're not purchased. Someone is purchased the product with your gift card voucher. So by the time what happens, you might lose, right? You won't use that particular gift card, the company's gift cards, right? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
So that means there it is happening some kind of fraud. So because of the fraud transactions, or because of fraud transactions of this particular gift card, so might be the client is losing a lot of money, like millions and trillions he is losing. Okay. So that is a business issue he is facing because, fraud transaction, because of the fraud transaction, his business is losing, right? Clients are not satisfied with his service. So a lot of fraud transaction is happening. Because of that one, no one can use their particular company gift cards, right? They won't purchase any kind of gift cards from that particular company. So because of that one, the company could lose the lot of, um, lot of money. Okay, I mean profit and everything. They might be go on lose actually. Okay. So our aim is that is a business issue from the client side. In a client side, there we do have different people. Have you heard about product owners? Jaypal, have you heard about this product owner?
Um,
In real-time companies, generally the client they do have some kind of product owners, right? The product owners, what exactly actually they are domain experts. Basically, they are domain experts. Okay. Okay. So these product owners are domain experts. Generally, they are at client side. Okay. So they are come up with some kind of use case. And in real time scenario, these clients are product owners. They will come up with some kind of business issue and they will talk to the business analysts. Business analysts. Okay. This guy, what exactly his work is that he need to go for, he can he have to sit with the product owner. Product owner will talk to the business analyst, okay, regarding about his business issue. Then that particular situation, what he could do actually, he could write all the requirements. The business analyst, what he can do actually, he could write the all the business requirements. So what exactly the client is looking, that all the requirements he could gather actually. He could gather the all the business requirements. Okay. Once he gather the all the business requirement, then what happens? What is the next step? This business analyst could sit with the data analyst and data scientist. In real-time company, there we do have data analysts, and so they might have a data scientist, right? Okay. This business analyst guy could sit with a data analyst and business scientist, and he can share the all the product owner requirements. Okay. So he can share the all the product owner requirements. So the data analyst and data scientist, they will ask a lot of questions to the business analysts. What is the job actually? What is the data analyst initially he could do? So what the business business analyst, he can come up with the business requirement from the product owner. So that particular business requirement, that information, he could share the data analyst and a data science team. Now, the data analyst and data scientist, they will understanding the business requirement. After that one, he will ask some kind of questions to whom these guys could ask the questions. They will ask the questions to the business analyst. Business analyst, he has to be go for give the solutions, or else he need to respond as per the questions or queries from the data analyst and data science team. Okay, so what kind of question generally the data scientist and the data analyst could ask the questions to the business analyst? The first thing is that so as a data scientist and data analyst, if you want to solving the any business requirement, make sure that you should have the data, right? Okay, the data, it which whether it is available in third parties APIs or not. Generally the data, it was available in most of the third parties, right? So people will purchase the data from the third party APIs. Okay, whether the data whether it is either available in third parties or not. Okay, so that kind of question you could ask actually. Or else the company, I mean the data, it was live stream data or else batch data. Okay, so for example, as a data analyst, he need to solving the business requirement. For the time, he could ask some kind of question, whatever the data you are providing, whether it is the live stream data or else batch data. Live stream data in the sense, the data, it is continuously generated from the various sources. So the data generation is keep on going on, right? For every moment, he collected the data and do some kind of exploratory data analysis, and that way you can do actually. Okay, so whether the data, it was live stream data or else batch data, whether the data, whether it is available in companies client websites or not, or client databases or not. Okay, so this kind of question, generally the data scientist and data analyst could ask the question to the business analyst, because data analyst and data scientist require the data. So his job is that he should have, without the data, he cannot do anything. That's the reason. Do you have the data from the third parties, and the data, whether it is the live stream data or else batch data, or else the data, whether it is available in a company's databases or not. So if the data is available from this particular sources, then once data collection part is done, then they can try to do some kind of data cleaning and data transformations. Okay, so a lot of data science lifecycle steps you could apply on top of your business requirement. Once business requirement gathered from the product owners, and which is shared to the data scientist through the data business analysts. Clear? So what is the job of the business analyst? Business analyst is a middleware for connection between the product owner and the data scientist. So business analyst, he could take all the business requirement from the product owner, and he could share that information to the data analyst and data scientists teams. Okay, and then his responsible is that he could answer all the questions which is asked by the data analyst and data science team. Clear?
Yeah. Mhm.
Sir, what is the batch data difference between
Batch
live?
data in the sense, the data, it was available in some period of data. Okay.
Oh, okay, got it.
So just think in such a way, you're working in a Walmart. You're working in a Walmart, it's a retail company or what it is? It's a retailer, right?
The retailer company.
Okay. It's a Walmart is one of the retailer company, right? Okay. So, the Walmart company, they generally, every moment the transaction is happening or not. Every minute, lot of transactions are happening, right?
Yes, sir.
Every minute the data, it was generated, right? The data, it was generated, right? Every minute the data is generated or not. This minute of data, which is going to the data warehouse, okay, and the data, it was do some kind of analysis at the moment itself, that we're calling it, say, live stream data. Okay, and for example, same Walmart company, there I mean, retail company means they could maintain some kind of products, right? Okay. So generally, daily once, okay, daily once, morning 5 o'clock, they will update the, or they will maintaining the data of the products. Okay. So there we do have some kind of time period, 24 hours. Every 24 hours, the data it was updating. Okay. So if and only if the 24 hours is completed, so they won't get any new data. So that kind of data we can call it as the batch data. Okay, we are collecting the some period of time data that we are calling it say batch data. Clear?
Yeah, yes, sir.
I hope you understood what exactly the difference between the batch and live stream data.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Streaming, generally we can call it as the streaming data and batch data.
Batch data. Yeah, I got
Okay.
it. Thank you.
Yeah. For solving this, I hope I will explain this all things like what we call data cleaning, data analysis, feature engineering. I can explain you. But before that one, I want to explain about various machine learning model, right? So if you want to build the machine learning models based upon the business requirement only, we can use the different machine learning models. Okay. So generally, what are the different type of machine learning algorithms we could have it? There we do have the supervised machine learning algorithms. Tell me guys, supervised?
Unsupervised machine learning models.
Unsupervised. And coming to that supervised, there we do have the two more types. One is the regression.
Classification.
Second one is the classification. And coming to the unsupervised the machine learning algorithms, it could be recommendation systems or else clusterings or PCA, clusterings and PCA. Okay, it's something like a unsupervised machine learning algorithms. And we do have one more type is there that it could be the reinforcement machine learning algorithms. So as a data scientist or else as a machine learning engineer, you need to know the what exactly the difference between the supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement. So generally, reinforcement machine learning algorithm could apply when we don't have the data. So generally, you don't have any kind of data, but you want to build the intelligent machine. So that particular situation, we could use the reinforcement machine learning algorithm. Reinforcement means we don't have any kind of prior information. You don't have any kind of prior data. You don't have any kind of historical data. Okay. Even though you want to go for build the machine learning model. So that kind of concept we are calling it say reinforcement. Okay. So unsupervised in the sense, and the difference between the supervised and unsupervised is, so coming to the supervised, there we do have some kind of labeled data. And here we don't have any kind of labeled data. What is mean that labeled data and unlabeled data? Just imagine this is my data set. It could have the x1, input 1, input 2, input 3, input 4, and input 5. Okay. So here we have a data, but you don't have any kind of output variable, and we don't have any kind of what you want to be predict. Okay. So that kind of thing we can call it as the unlabeled data. Okay. For example, you have some kind of label data. Label in the sense you have the output variable. We have various input variable and we have output variable that we can call it as the labeled variable or labeled data. So when we have the what you want to be predict, when you know what you want to be predict, so that generally we can call it as the target variable. When we have enough data like target variable or features variable. So if we have feature variable and target variable, then we can choose the supervised. When we don't have the target variable, then we can choose the unsupervised. For unsupervised, we have the recommendation system, clusterings, or PCA, different type of principal component analysis. Okay, that is a part of the unsupervised. And coming to the supervised machine learning algorithm, we have the target variable, right? Okay. Here we don't have the target variable. You have a data, but the data doesn't have the target variable, then we can choose the unsupervised. You have a data, you have the target variable, but the target variable, if it is a numbers type, like sales price, revenue, or else flight price, we can call it as the regression type. Classification in the sense, in a previous example, the password strength is category, right? Either strong, or else normal, or else poor. So that is a category, right? Or else whether the mail is spam mail or not. So whether the mail is spam or not, whether the review is positive review or a negative review. So that is a categories, right? So when your target variable, it could be category type, then we can choose the classification. When your target variable, it is the number type, then we can choose the regression type. Okay. So that is a part of the machine learning algorithms. And to build the machine learning models, not only machine learning algorithms, we could use the deep learning also. Okay. We could use the deep learning. Deep learning in the sense, it could work something like neural network. I can explain you what is neural network. And we do have inputs and outputs. In between input and output, we do have a network, hidden layer networks. So it could work same like a human brain. How human brain is working, and the same functionalities, we can build some kind of softwares that generally we can call it as the deep learning. So coming to the deep learning, we could use the artificial neural network, and we could use the convolutional neural network, and we can build the recurrent neural network. So artificial neural network in the sense, if you want to build the regression and classification type of problems, so instead of using the machine learning algorithms, we could use the artificial neural network. Okay. And when we do have some kind of image processing or else video processing, so that particular situation, convolutional neural network, we can use it. And when you are working with the text related data, or else text related data, that particular situation, we can use the RNN, recurrent neural network. Okay. And from the part of data science, of course, we required the natural language processing also. So guys, when we are building the models, either we can use the concepts of the machine learning, either we can use the concepts of the deep learning, either we could use the concepts of the natural language processing. So these concepts generally we could use by the time of building the models. Okay. So in step number 6, we could apply the either deep learning or machine learning, either NLP concepts. With help of these concepts, we can build the models. Any questions? Any questions?
No, sir.
No.
Yep. So tomorrow, what is my plan is that I would like to take the one use case, and I can explain you that use case. Okay. I can try to explain that the use case. I mean, we'll try to go for understanding the business requirement and collecting the data, then do some kind of data analysis. Then we can do data cleaning, data analysis, and feature engineering. So from this particular, from these particular steps, so most of the time, okay, as a data scientist, most of the time he has to go for spend on this area only. Okay. So business understanding, data collection, data cleaning, data analysis, and feature engineering. Okay. So 2 by 3 thought, in 2 by 3 times we are spending on this particular place only. Okay. So the model building, it could be take only one part, like it just take only 30%, 33% of the time. Remaining 67% of the time, we are spending for data collections, data cleaning, data analysis, and feature engineering. Okay. So once data is transformation is done, once data is transformed, then we could go for building the machine learning model. Okay. Just it's a one part only. Clear, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So the importance of the feature engineering and data analysis, it's pretty important. So as a data scientist, our responsibility to analyze the data as well as make the data as the a transformed format. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. What is transform in the sense? If for understanding the machine learning algorithm, we have to make the data in a transformation format. So that data is in a numerical format, then only the models can understood. Otherwise, it won't understood. You will be getting a lot of errors. Yep. I hope you understood for this particular class, and we'll catch you tomorrow for to build the flight price prediction model.
Okay.
Sir, usually how long it will take the data science project, in real time project, how long it will be like in
I
real time
already
in
told
6 months?
you, machine learning and data science project is never ending. So even you build the model, and the model every day you need to do some kind of updations with help of the A/B testing. Okay, so you build the
Okay.
model version 1, and so we need to work for the version 2. Okay, and you need to compare the version 1 and
Mm.
version 2 with help of the A/B testing, and which is the version is giving the better results, so that your business could it could impact the model what you build, and you feel that my model is giving 100% of good accuracy, and then I don't want to build any new model. I could use this one only. That particular situation, okay, your business could lose. Okay, so it's keep on updating the process actually. So after you building the model, again we need to start one more model, and you need to compare
Mm.
that two models, and which is the model is giving the better performance, and you need to go for deploy the, and you need to change the version. Okay, and so
Oh,
it's keep on processing. It's never ending process actually.
okay, sir. I got it. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah,
Anjan, could you upload this video also?
sure. Thank you. Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you. Bye-bye.